Okay guys, I'm trying to make as many videos as I can in one sitting just to get my thoughts out. I'll probably revisit these topics because like I said in my last video, like revisiting, for example, tutorial videos or things like that over and over is really good. But also I think for me, going to be like remaking the same content over and over and making it slightly better is going to be really helpful. But for this video, I want to talk about how it's extremely helpful to watch highly skilled people at whatever skill you're trying to learn. So a lot of people will recommend, like, for example, if you're playing a video game or maybe you're doing BJJ and you have like a competition, people will recommend like go back, watch your video of your competition and try to correct it. And I think that's great, especially if you have a very high level person to watch it with. And then, yeah, that can be a quick way to get like insights into what you need to do. But I think in the long run, a much better strategy for really like understanding more fundamentally whatever skill you're learning is to watch people who are extremely good at the skill competing, right? So for example, in jiu-jitsu, I used to watch like I would watch all kinds of matches between high level people, and it can be really difficult, but even watching a really high level person break down and beat low level people can show you how you can also do that. So just absorbing as much as you can from better people, right? You're like, oh, when he's in that position, like he doesn't rush, he, makes sure that the bottom person is expending more energy, or when he's in the bottom position, he's constantly off balancing, things like that. Or he goes as quickly as he can to get to the top to conserve energy. Whatever it is, when you're watching, you don't even have to think so hard about it. Literally just like watch and enjoy, and your subconscious mind starts to just pick up on those various patterns that you'll see, right? So even, for example, like watching good chess players, if you can watch like a good chess player play and they're just explaining the moves they're making as they play and you're just watching and enjoying, I really think that's like one of the best things you can do to increase your skill level. Same with like video games. I remember when I started watching like really high elo League of Legends players or Rocket League players, especially ones that were talking about like their thought process as they were playing. That's even better than just watching for purely entertainment, like somebody who's actually explaining what they're doing. I found the more content I watched, the more when I was in a similar scenario in whatever game it was or jiu-jitsu or whatever it was, that I was able to make more clear decisions and start to understand like how a highly skilled person would think when they're playing their game or whatever skill they're doing, right? So yeah, the basic point of this one is watch better people that are better than you at the skill. Watch high elo people. All kinds of people will try to give you advice and things. Like, for example, if you join a jiu-jitsu gym, you're gonna have white belts, blue belts, purple belts, brown belts, black belts trying to give you advice. I recommend look for the best person in the gym, the person you actually watch that just doesn't lose and looks like whatever they're doing is effortless and easy for them. That's gonna be the best person to watch. So I don't really recommend, don't trust all the advice you find online or all the people that try to give you advice if you're doing like jiu-jitsu or something. Use your own eyes, look and find who is like actually the highest elo person in the room, right? The person that actually knows what they're doing. So like if you're watching, a Rocket League streamer or a League of Legends streamer, it's really easy because they're gonna have an elo, right? So like, oh, this person's actually really good because they're out competing all these other people. But in a jiu-jitsu room, you might have to look a little more carefully because you'll see black belts, brown belts that really aren't, that struggle with blue belts and purple belts. And then you'll find, blue belts and purple belts who are really good and don't really struggle with anyone in the gym, or maybe are one of the best practitioners in the gym. Then you also, there are also black belts, of course, who are extremely good. But really, it's the people who don't expend much energy. Everything is natural, seamless. They don't have to force anything. These are the kind of people you want to find and watch as much as you can of them doing their craft. And if you have the chance to actually talk with these people and, ask them questions, then I highly recommend you take that opportunity. And most people will really like if you're willing to learn and, you're eager to take in that information and start to apply it into your own game. These high level people, they love to talk about it. So especially if you're very open and you're not going to, try to challenge them on what they're saying, you have to have an open mind and be ready and be flexible to kind of experience, to understand what they try to explain to you or whatnot. Obviously, you're not going to be perfect at first, but the more open you are to the information, the more open you are to the fact that you're probably not correct, the more you're going to take in. So if you keep that mindset and then watch as many, high level practitioners and whatever it is you're trying to do, I think that's going to really raise your level more quickly than you would realize. Anyways, see you in the next one. Thanks.